That's the fun part, right? So you want to get to the fun part, right away, right? Not this boring regiment stuff. Not to say you shouldn't do it, but uh, to me that's motive. While you're playing that tune, you're going to fail at stuff that you want to do, and you might go, well, I don't know what I was doing there. That might become the practice, right? You might just go zoop, right? The spotlight goes to that. What was that? And you stop playing, and then that could be the practice. You're by playing, you're doing stuff that I don't like that. You're determining what to practice by failing, basically, or whatever you want to call it. It's like that's one thing that I do is just try to play, right? The other thing, I don't know about you, but I'll pick up the horn, not with any intent at all. I'll just pick up the horn and see what happens, right? What did I do there? I wasn't thinking to play that, but so what I noticed a long time ago, I'll play something. I don't, without any thought, right? Say it's 3 notes, right? But immediately I will go, right? So now I'm trying to just take those 3 notes and move it around the horn. I wonder why I did that. It's intervals, right? And the intervals are feeling. So if you're going to be a jazz player, you need to move intervals around the horn freely, right? Seems to me, because all music is intervals, right? When we practice scales, we practice arpeggios, all that, and very important, but they're intervals. What's an arpeggio made out of? Thirds. So you could say, okay, this week I'm gonna play minor thirds. You write it down, right? What's a minor third? There's a minor third. So what, right? Right? To be able to play a minor third, that could be something that you work, a practice thing, and just an interval, right? To be able to move that interval smoothly over the range of the horn. If you could do that fast and clean, you'll realize that everything else gets better. By doing one thing so good and clean in this sort of a Zen way, everything gets better because now you're really doing the practice that you need, because we all need this kind of detailed practice of figuring out how to move around the horn smoothly with time. Right, and all these things are part of practicing, but they're big. They're big. Like I'm going to play this thing, but it's actually, you could break it down into small things. Well, there's all intervals, right? So if you could move intervals around, and it becomes a math exercise, right? So if you're gonna, so that's just chromatic minor thirds, right? Well, then you go, when you could do that smoothly, then you go, what else can I do with that? Well, the first thing that I think of is reversing it. I'm practicing in front of you. So this, so I'm practicing in front of you now, right? So this minor third now is becoming I would call it connecting material, right? I've heard you play this a lick like that, right? So you got this. You want to put the metronome on and play it. You know, you're really getting over the course of days, you're getting this minor third really under your neuromuscular body. Your body is sort of like feeling it. There's a feeling to it, right? There's also a feeling of like where to put your tongue if you want to enter your tongue, because time is about your tongue and your finger coordination for the most part, right? So do 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 do. So that tongue becomes the swing, right? So what else can you do with a minor third? Oh, you could add another. How about that? It could half step down, two minor thirds. Wow. So I did this so it'll come back fast, right? So now I got another way to play minor thirds. And once you get the minor third, then you can add an interval to it. How about I just added a fourth to it, right? That becomes another feeling, a grip, as you will say. And so these are the kind of things that are intriguing to jazz players, right? And it's really, certain jazz players it's more apparent that they like this stuff, like Joe Anderson, right? Mike Becker, you could almost like hear how clear these geometric ideas are within the course of a tune. No, the hard thing is, well, okay, so what? What do you do with that? Well, that's a good question, because now you got this thing under your fingers. Now you got to use it in a tune, right? Oh, how do you do that? Well, you play it on a tune that's like a one-chord funk tune, right? Mm-hmm. One-chord tune, blues, something easy. You're just going to insert it, So if you go,
oh, Bob.